Next up, we have one that might be a little controversial. I feel like guys either love this or hate this, and that is the V-cut. This guy here happens to be a V-cutter from Calibri, and in my opinion, this is the only V-cutter worth having. Don't get me wrong, some other companies out there have some nice ones. There's some pretty good ones out there from Zycar, but I've tried a bunch of them, and the V-cut from Calibri is the only one that I like. V-cutting your cigar is really simple. It's got a cradle kind of backstop little area your cigar goes in. You're gonna place your cigar in said cradle and push down to cut. It's one of the things that's great about the V-cut. It's kind of hard to screw up. If you push it to the backstop, push down, you're gonna V-cut it correctly. It's my preferred method for cutting box press cigars. I really like how clean of a cut it is. It leaves a little more of the end of your cigar intact. I feel like it usually gets less tobacco in your mouth. It also holds more of the end of the cigar together, so I find you, generally speaking, have less unraveling problems. And the reason I really like it for a box press is I found that some box press cigars, because they're square, a round cut doesn't always, sometimes you can kind of crack, it puts weird pressure on the sharp edges, where a V-cut you can just put in there and cut right through the middle. Some guys are going to tell you they taste differences in these different types of cuts, that you're going to get a different flavor from a straight cut than a V-cut than a punch cut because it funnels and kind of directs the smoke differently. I'm not going to say it's bullshit. Some guys have more advanced palates than me. I don't notice any flavor difference between the three different types of cuts. I just use different cuts based on the size, the shape of the cigar, stuff like that. For utilitarian purposes is what I think cuts the cigar best and gives me the best airflow. The one drawback to a V-cut is you have to be kind of careful. If you have a shallow cap on a V-cut, sometimes this deep V can cut down too deep, and then you will run into issues of your cap coming off and then your cigar coming unraveled. So generally speaking, I don't use this on smaller gauge cigars or cigars with a very shallow cap. That's just something to look out for.